Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to your daily divine messages from Spirit. Today we are recapping for the Gemini All Signs reading. We're in our All Signs series for Tea and Tarot Tuesday. We had our Gemini reading last night, and so now we are recapping so you can see the cards directly. And if you did not get a chance to catch the live unfolding on Tea and Tarot Tuesday, you can if you'd like to be able to watch the unfolding. If there's any in-depth messages that if you also enjoy being able to see me, see my face, and but otherwise, this recap is a little bit more of a shorter version, and it allows you to see if the pictures give you any more messages, and if they do, then they're for you. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Princess Leah. I am an intuitive artist and healer. I pull the highest frequencies from spirit through the tools of tarot and music, healing arts, performing arts, to heal the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. If you are a returning family or friend, welcome back, beloveds. Thank you for joining. And so, Gemini, last night, I'm not going to lie, your message was real. It was very, very strong, very, very deep. And I just send my love to you all. As you can see here, we have a lot of swords energy. Starting with the divine feminine, and then we have the divine masculine, the collective, and then messages from spirit. And then we also have little tea formations for the tea and tarot, because as you may or may not know, I also am one of your lovely tea makers. And so with a booking of a tea and tarot soul session, you receive a 1-ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea from my FemRems apothecary. So if that is something that you are interested in, then definitely you can find me. My information is in my description box below. But let's dive in for the Gemini out here. Also, it's a beautiful day where I am at, so I have the windows wide open. So you may be hearing our local train, some dogs barking. You may hear some cars driving by. It's just too beautiful to close. And if the weather's beautiful for you too, especially Gemini, take all the sunshine and, you know, embrace the warmth as much as you can, especially right now. And my throat likes to close whenever I start speaking, so I apologize that I have to clear it. I hope that doesn't bother you too much. It's just the throat chakra trying to clear its blockages on behalf of maybe some things that need to be cleared out for you listeners. So yeah, honk for confirmation from that plane or train. So for you, Gemini, let's go ahead before I read the tea formation. Divine feminine. Excuse me. Yeah, divine feminine, you need to clear. Your throat chakra has been blocked, and it's because of this 3 of Swords. It's because of the heartbreak that you've gone through. It could have been from, you know, relationships, breakups. It could have been third-party influences. It could have been karmic ties. And those karmic ties could be other people that have, you know, that really got in the way of your relationships or of your heart. Or it could be outside of people. It could be work. It could be a job you don't like. It could be family, friends. It could be addiction or codependency. Things that were preventing you this week. Things that have prevented you. I'm hearing this 3 of Swords doesn't seem like a fresh 3 of Swords necessarily. It seems like something that you have been healing through for quite some time. And it may be, and that's why my throat is closing, because it's something that you haven't spoken about. It's something you haven't really allowed yourself to listen and express, because it's been so painful. That's why it feels like it could be something from past trauma, or it could be something that is currently. Maybe it was something recent. Maybe it's a heartbreak you're going through right now and you don't want to speak through it because it is still fresh. But there's definitely, with the storm clouds and the rainbows, you know, Gemini, I see that as your resilience. You know, God places a rainbow in every storm. And so even though this is something that is so painful, what I'm hearing is these T formations. Your greatest strength. Let me get it focused. Your greatest strength is love. Trust is the question. Love is the solution. And remember, your greatest strength is love. And as we are talking about the rainbows in the storm placement, the difference between a flower and a weed is judgment. So I'm hearing with this here for you, Divine Feminine, or if you're listening, cross-watching for Divine Feminine, what I'm hearing is that this resilience, these storm clouds and the rainbows, you know, you are something rare, Divine Feminine. Gemini, you are something rare, meaning you can have these daggers in your heart, but you're going to bleed rainbows because you are a unicorn. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Okay? And though these painful heartbreaks I just saw 7-11 on the clock, these painful heartbreaks were detrimental to your, I'm hearing, to your throat chakra, to your expression, to your soul expression. The difference between a weed and a flower is judgment, meaning you can see these storm clouds as something that is unwanted, and not saying pain is what we want to embrace. We want to ask for more pain, but what I'm saying is you can see these storm clouds. Spirit is saying everything has its reasons. And I know that that's so hard to hear sometimes, especially when it's something so painful. But the rainbow in the storm clouds, right? The blessing in disguise is what I'm hearing with this. Rejection is God's protection. So whatever you are feeling heartbroken about, it was a form of protection in some way, shape, or form. And it was also a way to redirect you to tap into your biggest strength. It made you find the strength in yourself that you didn't, wouldn't have found had you not gone through something like this. Oh, let's get this focused here so you can see it. I guess I have to have something underneath. Sorry. There we are. Your greatest strength is love. So this heartbreak made you find a strength within you that you did not know. That's what you're balancing here. That's what you're trying to come into balance of. But yes, it is something that has really played a toll on you, Gemini, Divine Feminine. It is something that really still keeps you up at night. And I'm hearing this because this kind of looks like the same girl. Sorry about the glare. It almost looks like the same girl. Like during the day, she's juggling, doing her thing, showing up, showing off, performing. And then at night, she's in her head, maybe going to bed alone, crying, anxious. I know this is difficult. Gemini, it's so difficult for me to have to like bring this up, but Spirit is saying it could be around something romantic. But whatever it is that you are going through, if it was about a relationship, if it was about something that was very, very emotionally important to you, these, they're not going in vain. Okay, keep your eyes on the focus of your ascension. This is redirecting you to I'm just hearing cleanse and clear. It was in the long run something that would have kept you smaller is what I'm hearing. It's something that it would have kept you. You see there's a little butterfly here. You needed to transform. You were a caterpillar and it was time for you to transform. I just saw 1111. Thank you, Spirit. It was time for you to transform and ascend. So I'm hearing this week, we have a big week with the new moon in Pisces, actually tomorrow. And then we also have our, we have Venus going retrograde on March 1st. So we're in those pre-shadows right now. They're heavy. New moons are about new cycles, new beginnings, but Pisces being the final sign of the zodiac is also about the completion. Doors needing to close, endings needing to occur. That's why the divine masculine over here has this 10 of swords. And if you were to have, if you saw the live unfolding on Tea+Tarot Tuesday last night, if you want to go check it out, you can find the playlist. But they were marrying each other a lot when it came to the 10 of swords. And underneath that, the World card. That this was exactly the two cards that came out for the Divine Feminine when we were just splitting the deck in the heart space. So at the bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine, what we don't see this week is that he's also completing. That you're also completing Divine Masculine if you're watching, tuning in as one, or if you're cross-watching. And gender energy's non-gender. I just use he, him pronouns for masculine and she, her for feminine. I hope that's okay. But this 10 of swords world card means that there is a completion on all fronts. You have a completion of a cycle that is ending. You also have a completion of a whole world that is coming to an end. The version of you that you are no longer cannot come into this new timeline. So, Divine Masculine, you have something this week that is going to show you just how blessed you are. There's going to be something, right? You see this pentacle coming out of the cloud. You are going to see that amongst all of the I'm hearing deceit and heartache, and maybe you're clearing, maybe you're ending cycles with addiction, maybe you're ending cycles with toxic people, toxic work, job, habits, lifestyle choices. But that is bringing you into this Ace of Pentacles, and that train honk for confirmation, because this is Spirit letting you know that, whenever one door closes, we love this saying, another one opens. This is exactly that energy this week for you, Gemini. When one door closes, another opens. The 10 and the 1. And so when you are in the midst of the storm, remember that there's going to be a rainbow. And so I'm even hearing, look for your blessings in the midst of your chaos. Because you may not see it. You may not realize that they're actually right here waiting for you. that there are some blessings hidden in the chaos. Thank you, Spirit. There are blessings hidden in the chaos. Okay, Gemini? So over here we have the Five of Wands and this Page of Swords here for the collective. Oh, I forgot to say too that, funny enough, the quote came out twice. We had two T formations for that came out back to back of the difference between a flower and a weed is judgment. So masculine and feminine are both, again, it's I'm hearing it's about your perspective, right? The pain, the Three of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the endings, the heartache, the deceit, the toxicity. You could see those, the endings and those doors closing and things that are hard to release as weeds, or you can see them as the opportunity for flowers to grow. You could see them as, you know, how do you want to see this situation is what Spirit is asking you. This new moon in Pisces, Spirit wants you to ask yourself, how can you see these painful experiences as in a different perspective? It's not to say that they're not painful. It's not to say that they're not valid, to shift the perspective around it. But you could see it as either a weed or a flower. You could see it either as something that was choking you out or something that is a seed to be planted for a brand new life, a brand new you, right? You have to rip out the weeds so that they don't overtake the garden, so that you can have the fresh fruits, right? And that can feel hard and harsh, but that's what gives space for the flowers to grow, the fruit to grow. But you can also see the weed, you know, you could see what some people consider a weed, like a dandelion. And every time these quotes come out, I share this analogy because that is it's an analogy of shifting perspective. People look at a dandelion as a weed, and people look at a rose as a flower. But if you look at the perspective from the fact that the rose has these thorns and it chokes out all these different, like any plant around it, and then you look at the dandelion as very healthy for your everything. Everything about a dandelion is healthy for you. The root, the seed, the flower, the stem, all of it is good for your skin, your body, your urinary tract, your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, and then they even can multiply and recycle itself when they turn, get fluffy, and then they replant themselves when you make a wish. So when you look at them in that way, which one is the weed and the flower? Right? The only difference is judgment. The only difference is judgment. You can't, So something to think about when it comes to like what's going on in your life this week, what's been going on in your life, what you are completing this week. Okay, I'm just noticing that there's this, as she's juggling the Two of Pentacles, the Divine Feminine, there's this infinity sign. That is of ending old cycles and beginning new cycles. Okay, so we're just in that void of this old cycles ending and new cycles beginning. That's where you're at this week. So this Five of Wands, Page of Swords energy gives me this feeling that it gives me this kind of inner child friendly competition kind of vibe. Like I'm hearing Spirit say, like, go tune into your inner child playfulness, or The people that you used to watch when you would, that you would look up to is what I'm hearing, kind of thing. And how you may be comparing yourself, trying to, be like them. Maybe you still have mentors or people that you look up to, that you watch, that you want to, kind of prove yourself to, but also you want to be like, because you're inspired by them. That's what I'm seeing with this energy. And so, or maybe there was also a download that came through during the unfolding during Teen Tarot Tuesday last night, was that maybe when you used to play, sports with friends and just have this playful competition, or like at work and sales, if you just like had these little playful sales contests or something like that, if that's something that resonates with you, that just kind of makes it, kind of gives a new energy where it's not something that's so heavy, not something that's so, has so much stake to it. I just saw 2112 on the clock, something that you can, reflect, that will mirror back your inner child joy, right? So if you used to play sports, team sports, or maybe you want to get back into team sports, that might be something that can help you move through this storm, this void. So the T formation that came through for it is friendship is a sheltering tree. Honk for confirmation. So that's what I'm seeing. Like maybe you need to connect with some friends that you really admire, that you look up to, that have, I'm hearing, done the work. Some people, maybe you have some friends that are, have gone through some similar situations, that are doing really well, and you are just watching them, you're admiring them, ask for their support. They are your shelter, you know? And that's going to help you with this Eight of Pentacles, with your work, with your bliss work. But it's also going to help you with your inner healing work. Okay? So then, Gemini, we have over here Spirit. Spirit coming through. We have the Two of Wands, or the Six of Crystals, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay? So I'm seeing the Six of Crystals. This is an imbalance. Spirit is helping you rebalance your life. Six of Crystals, Six of Pentacles is, in my opinion, like the minor arcana of justice, the Justice card, right? There has to be balance, and something was not balanced in your previous life, in your previous world, in the previous version of yourself, in your previous relationships, and that's why they have to be casted out. That's why they have to complete. You have to close the door on them, because it was not serving you in your highest version of you, your highest good. There was not an equal reciprocity, an equal give and receive. Whatever that was, you were putting in more than you were receiving, or it just wasn't fulfilling, or it was just, draining. Those are kind of all the same kind of things. But whatever the case was, maybe you were not giving, and that also had to be rebalanced. But this Five of Cups of grief, this makes a lot of sense. You have to heal through what was not serving you. But the Five of Cups reverse is that you are shifting your healing. You're shifting your healing into acceptance. And so this T formation came through. Bring me the sunset in a cup. I think it's kind of a funny saying, because especially with this Five of Cups, I'm hearing is like Gemini, you're like, I just want something, like, I'm so over this heartache. I'm so over feeling depressed and angry and, in denial, all of the stages of grief. You're like, I'm just so over these. I'm ready to move on. That's why it's in reverse. I'm shifting out of this grief. So can you just, like, Spirit, bring me the sunset in a cup? Like, can you, I'm tired of drinking these cups of sadness, right? Can you just bring me something warm and comforting for once, is what I'm hearing one of your prayers. But that's why this Five of Cups is in reverse, because it is coming. Okay? That sunset in a cup is coming. So look for the blessings in the chaos, okay? And then there's that Two of Wands here in reverse. Okay, I'm seeing the Two of Wands with this T formation. Your actions prove your greatness. Because obviously you're having a hard time choosing what to do next, where to go, because of this stagnancy of all of the chaos, all of the shifting. You know, you're in the void. You're in between the ending and the beginning. You're healing through heartbreak. You're figuring out who you want to be. And so it is keeping you from being able to really make a decision, a choice. But just know that your actions prove your greatness. You can't get it wrong. Says Abraham Hicks. You can't get it wrong because you'll never get it done. You'll never get it done because you're always unfolding, Gemini. So you have a choice to make, and whatever you choose, you cannot get it wrong. The Moon card here at the bottom of the deck definitely explains that your intuition is on fire. This new moon in Pisces energy. Your emotions, your choices will come through your emotions. You are heightened. Your sensitivities may be heightened right now this week. Your emotions may be feeling, I just heard uncontrollable. But allow yourself to tap into those emotions, because those emotions are a guide to where your intuition is trying to take you. And so this T formation goes back to the plants, maybe the planets too. But it says the plants have enough spirit to transform our limited vision. So I see this with the Moon card, because the plants are still. The plants listen, they just follow. They don't create. They don't force. They just follow. Follow their intuition of being, right? That spirit within them is something that the moon energy really wants you to reflect on this week. What are you clearing out? What are you closing out? And what are you following? Follow your intuition, because that is your truth. Seven of Wands here. The moon rules our emotions. Our emotional needs have not been met fully, is what I'm hearing for you, Gemini. But when you follow your intuition, when you follow your truth, the path opens up. The path opens up for you, and it will come back to you. All that you are putting out into the universe, all that you are praying for, all that you are seeking is seeking you. And the saying goes, came through, the download came through last night. When you love something, let it go. And when it comes back, then you'll know. When you trust your intuition, when you know that it's time to just release, to bless and release. Maybe this is a really good time to do some loving kindness prayers. It will come back to you. What is meant for you can never truly leave you, because it is you. You cannot lose what you are. You cannot ruin what is destined for you. I mean, I guess you could absolutely try, Spirit's always going to try and put you back on the right track, though. Spirit's always going to give you opportunities to put you back on the right track. So I'm seeing this Ace of Pentacles as the one of your many, 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 many opportunities that Spirit is giving you, has given you, and will always give you to get you back right on the right track. I'm hearing this is also forgiveness. Like every time, if you feel like you've made so many mistakes, how can you be forgiven again? Spirit will always forgive you. Divine sees the goodness and the purity and the essence of your source energy, which is love, right? What we say, your greatest strength. I'm never going to get that one. Your greatest strength is love, right? So, trust is the question. Love is the solution. Look for the blessings in the chaos. There is something beautiful that wants to present itself to you, that divine wants to present itself to you. I'm hearing maybe you're looking for the love in the wrong places kind of cliche, right? Maybe the love that you've been seeking has always been there. I'm seeing the Four of Cups in my mind's eye. Always been there, but it's always been coming from a place where you weren't expecting it. Maybe you're expecting it, trying to find it in these people, trying to find it in these jobs, trying to find it in these dollar bills, trying to find it in these, substances. But really that love was always there. It was just coming from another source, the source. It was coming from source. Okay. Really beautiful. I hope this helps, Gemini. This is a very powerful read. And even if you don't have Gemini strongly placed in your chart, we all still have a third house. And so see where Gemini falls in your houses in your chart and see how this may, if it is resonating with you in some way. See where in your house of where Gemini lies is how this could be affecting that house, okay? So if this does resonate with you, definitely keep contemplating giving yourself grace, loving kindness. May you be happy. May you find peace. May you be held in loving kindness. I send you so much love and light, Gemini. If you'd like to book a personal Tea and Tarot Soul session with me, I'm about to see 33:33 on the clock here. So that is something of the angels letting you know that Spirit is with you. Your guides are with you. I am with you. So if you want to book a personal Tea and Tarot Soul session, I have some openings that I'd love to be able to be a part of your journey, to help you navigate through this time for you. You can email me at my FemRems apothecary, femrems811@gmail.com, because when you book a Tea and Tarot Soul session, you will receive a 1-ounce loose leaf handcrafted tea from my FemRems apothecary. And if you are in the United States. But if you would also like to just find me on my social media, you can connect with me there on Instagram and TikTok. It's Princess Leah 888. Otherwise, I send you so much love, Gemini, and I'll see you soon. Peace and love. Namaste. Bye.